Holy Week this year is unlike any other Holy Week that I've experienced before. Ordinarily, during Holy Week, we are gathered together for multiple worship services, and we are looking forward to being with each other at church on Easter Sunday. But this year, because of the coronavirus, we are staying at home, physically apart from each other. It strikes me that one of the remarkable synchronicities of this time is that Holy Week is taking place right in the midst of this pandemic, right in the midst of all of the physical distancing and all of the stresses that are swirling around us. The church is entering into the remembrance of Jesus' passion, his arrest, his trial, his execution, and then on Easter Sunday, his resurrection. This synchronicity strikes me as a gift, but it is a strange gift. And I imagine that because of all that is going on in our lives right now, we are going to notice things about this story, layers of meaning in this story that we have not noticed before. One of the key moments in Jesus' passion story is his time of prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane. Gethsemane is a time of anguish for Jesus. It's a time of decision, and it's a time of the deepest and most profound faithfulness. This week, we're going to read a portion of the Gethsemane narrative from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 26. Then Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to his disciples, "Sit here while I go over there and pray." He took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be grieved and agitated. Then he said to them, "I am deeply grieved, even to death. Remain here and stay awake with me." And going a little farther, he threw himself on the ground and prayed, "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not what I want, but what you want." What we see in this text, what Jesus models for us here, is that the life of prayer moves between assertion and surrender. Between, on the one hand, asserting and articulating to God as clearly and as strongly as we can what we want to happen, what we need, what we're hoping for. And on the other hand, surrendering ourselves as much as we can into the tender mercies and providence of God. Both assertion and surrender are essential in the life of prayer. With his first words in this passage, Jesus asserts his needs and his desires to his Father. He says, "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me." Jesus lets his Father know that he is clearly aware of the pain and the suffering that lie ahead of him on his path, and he does not wish to go there. He lets his Father know that he would rather that there be another way. But with his next words, Jesus surrenders himself into God's mercy. "Yet not what I want, but what you want." Jesus' self-assertion does not prevent his surrender, nor does his surrender cancel out his assertion. His assertion and surrender belong together in this time of prayer for him at this moment. In a similar fashion, the book of Psalms as a whole embodies this same kind of dynamic between vigorous prayers of assertion and complaint, as well as trusting prayers of surrender. Both are essential. In your own prayers this week, may you follow Jesus in asserting your needs and desires to God, letting God know what you want, and in surrendering yourselves and your loved ones and the life of our world more and more into the tender mercies of God. Be well, keep washing your hands, and may you experience the presence of the living God in your life during this Holy Week. We'll see you soon.